I always thought like, man, these guys are going to come and watch my specials and me talk about my wife and my family.
Yeah.
And they're going to go to their wife and they're going to say, you got to come see this guy.
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Oh, yeah?
My fans are female.
Are they really?
70% of my social media fans are women.
Really?
And it's because women look at it and I'm imitating my wife. And what is the best form of flattery, right?
Yeah,
is imitation. So they see themselves in it and they take their husband and they go, see, you're not alone.
Isn't that interesting? Because I saw it the other way.
I did too.
I was like, this is like a guy's show.
Right. And it's a women's show, which, by the way, works out great for me because I sell tickets because we all know who makes the entertainment decisions.
That's right.
The wife, right?
Yeah. And how pleased must be so nice for you and a husband comes and like, yo, dog, I didn't know you, but this is great.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Or
I have the opposite when I do stand up. The girls bring the boyfriends and the boyfriends are like,
well, I was going to invite you. I was going to invite you this weekend.
Oh, please.
To come and do Brea and do some time.
Oh, my God. That'd be great.
I put you on the spot. So
oh, my God. Yeah, I'll be there.
I think we should also film it.
Okay.
And then figure out, because you just started doing stand up.
Yep. I just started. Yeah.
It is the, I was just talking about this. You know, my wife and I went to go see Wicked, which is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Production, the whole thing. And I looked at my wife and I go, the feeling that we all got, which was, wow, what a great show.
Yeah.
Is the same thing that we do with zero production, zero lights, just me and a microphone and a stool.
It's an incredible art form.
Right. And people walk out of there with the same feeling as, I had a great night. Mm-hmm. I had a great show.
A good release.
Good release.
Yeah.
I'm happy to spend my money doing that.
Yeah.
But we had no production.
Yeah.
I was opening for, I was in Sturgis and I had gotten hired to open for 3 nights in a row. Okay. And it was Kiss.
Kiss?
One night.
Yeah.
The second night was
Sturgis, yes, the rock festival.
The biker deal, right?
Biker festival. Yeah.
So one night it was Kiss, and I went up and hosted and brought up the opening acts and joked around. And then the second night was Journey, Steve Perry.
Great.
And then the third night was me, Larry the Cable Guy, Ron White.
Wow.
Well, I'm sorry, and Kenny Chesney.
Wow.
So Kenny's got these freaking 18-wheelers rolling in, right? And I remember Ron, I was a young comic, and Ron's like, want to meet Kenny Chesney? And I'm like, yeah, I want to meet Kenny Chesney, So we're over there. I'm listening to them talk. And Ron goes, how many 18-wheelers you got? And he's like, I don't know, 15, 16. And he goes, see that stool over there? We don't even own it. And it just put things in perspective.
Yeah. What did Kenny Chesney say?
He just started laughing. Yeah. And I ended up getting my little lanyard signed. I just felt like such a douche. Like I look back at it now and I'm like, sir.
Are you in awe when you meet somebody like Kenny Chesney? Anytime I meet somebody that's like a rock star, I feel so inferior. I'm so in awe of what rock stars do.
I grew up very, very country and very, very sheltered. And I grew up in a town of 2,000 people. Yeah. The other town that was next to us that
Texas,
we had to,
right?
Yeah, Texas, that we had to combined had like 6,000 people.
Okay.
Right. So for me, I'm always like, I still think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I got hit up by the Pittsburgh Steelers and they were like, hey, when you're in Pittsburgh, we'd love for you to meet the team. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I fear that if I ever lost that, that, I don't know, do people lose it? I haven't lost it.
I've never lost it. Not meeting celebrities. I guess I get over the business though.
Oh yeah, the business is garbage.
Like when I had to go somewhere yesterday, I had to go to a conference and I was over it.
Yeah.
I was like, I just can't.
You have to do this crap again.
Can I talk to you about this or can I? That's hard. That's
the hard part. And the constant fear that I have of, are they going to forget about me? Yeah. Are they going to forget it? If I don't go out on the road, or am I going to lose this? Yeah. Am I not going to have it anymore? Like that fear of, is my dream going to be over? Yeah. And even with this, cancel culture, like, am I going to say or do something?
Did that ever happen to you?
And no, thank God, right? But I'm also getting over that where I'm like, well, the only person that can really cancel me is my wife. You know what I mean?
And what do you call her? The evil?
Captain Evil.
Captain Evil.
On my first special, self-produced. But, for me, I've never had a Hollywood opportunity.
Really?
Never.
Well, you worked on Mind of Mencia. You wrote for Pitbull.
I did.
Right.
And Mind of Mencia came because I was Mencia's opening act.
Yeah.
which was a blessing and a curse.
Did you get blacklisted?
Not so much blacklisted because I was so young. I mean, that's been over 20 years now.
Yeah.
But more like guilty by association.
Yeah.
So after that, I never trusted another comedian. Like I never got close to another comedian. And I thought to myself, all right, F this, I'm doing it on my own.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't need anybody, you know, because I mean he broke my heart. I mean, we were friends. I believed in who he was, and you know, he really sold me on this, like, hey man, me and you, and I'm gonna take care of you, and you help me out with this, that, and the other. And I always tell people, like, this town not only Me Too's women, they Me Too, like I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, I was this.
So he sort of promised you that he would take you, and then he
come
dropped
along
you.
and help me out,
right?
And I'm gonna do this for you, and I'm gonna do that.
Did
for
it get
you,
to the point where he couldn't help you anymore because he was being crucified?
I don't know. Well, I was lucky. I ended up not. I was already a year removed from him.
Yeah. When
all the BS happened.
I see.
Right. So I was already kind of removed.
So it's kind of like a blessing.
Everything in my life has been a blessing.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I love the name of your podcast, and I wanted to ask you about it because I am a positive thinker. I'm a positive thinker.
Yes, me too.
I'm a, you know, I don't worry about, like, if I get burned here, I just keep going.
Yeah.
And I just keep going. And I just keep going. I'm going to make it. I'm going to find a way.
Yeah.
I'm going to be positive.
Have you been burned a lot?
I have been burned a lot, you know, over the years, and because of this business.
In what way? In how?
You know, with the Mencia thing.
Yeah.
Right? Where you know, here I thought we had this friendship. Here I thought he was somebody that he wasn't.
Yeah.
You know,
you didn't know he was stealing jokes?
I started to figure out, but I was already trapped.
Yeah.
You know, when you started learning.
I think Bobby Lee tells a similar story.
Yeah, like by the time I figured it out, I was kind of like living in LA, needed a paycheck.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, like, okay, like this is obviously not good. I got to get out of this.
Yeah.
But then I couldn't just walk away.
Yeah.
So it was, you know, kind of being trapped.
Would you say that was your hardest time?
Yeah, but it wasn't. I mean, looking back, it's like, was it even that hard? I got to work. You know, I got to be on a Comedy Central show.
What a good attitude you had.
It was. I learned a lot, man. I learned so much from Mencia, good and bad. Mm-hmm. And as much as people shit on that guy, he is a good comedian. Mm-hmm. And he is a good performer.
Yes,
and
he
is very intelligent, right? Mm-hmm. So he taught me a lot about stand-up. He taught me a lot about performing. Taught me a lot about how not to be. Mm-hmm. You know, I would watch the way he would go, and because comics, when they make it, they have two choices, and it's always never in the middle. It's always either I'm gonna do to the young guys what they did to me, fuck them, or I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
And my attitude was like, okay, I'm not gonna be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna be the hazer, the well, you're an opener, dude. Like, I don't treat people that way.
Yeah.
And I learned that by watching Mencia going, okay, I don't like the way he does things. Yeah. I'm gonna do it different. Yeah. So I mean, it's never been bad.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
you were always working.
I was always working and always getting better. And you know, I heard you talking to Gabriel Iglesias about, like, hey Gabe, how do you get better? And Gabe goes, I don't know. Well, part of the reason Gabe doesn't know is because he's retardedly talented.
He was always good.
Yeah, he's just one of the most entertaining humans.
Yeah.
You'll ever meet. I mean, you're just hanging out with him, right? And the voices and the and he's got this
It's infectious.
You know, he's just infectious. He's just an incredibly talented guy, but it's just time on stage.
Yeah,
it's how many times can you get on stage and learn from every single thing every time you go on stage.
Oh wow,
it's repetition. That's why I'm like, hey man, like if you're doing stand up, come hang out with me.
Yeah, I'll come hang out.
Come to Brea. Go do 5 minutes.
That'd be great.
Have a good time.
Okay.
Do 10. I don't care.
Okay,
You know, have a good time and enjoy your time. But hopefully you walk off that stage going, I got to do it again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it again because I want to do this different.
Right.
Because I had it in my head and the way I said it wasn't the way I had it in my head. And I want to go back and do it. And that's all it is just. And with Mencia, I got repetition. The guy was on the road at that time when I was with him 45 weeks a year. Doing sometimes 10 shows a week.
Oh, wow.
And I was the opening act.
Oh, wow.
So here I am getting this education of like...
Yeah, 30 minutes every night.
Yeah, 2 shows a night, 3 shows a night. I mean, where you can immediately go... That's why I want you to come to early show.
Yeah.
And then do second show.
Okay.
Because I think that if you do early show...
Yeah.
Then me and you can sit in the back, laugh about it.
Right.
Talk about it. Then you get another shot.
Get another shot at it.
Right? Where you're like, I want to do it again. But no, I mean, my journey has led me to where I'm at. I couldn't be happier in my life.
How many kids you got?
I have 2 kids. I have the most beautiful wife in the absolute world.
Amazing.
I have the most beautiful
Why
kids.
she called Captain Evil?
Because she's a spoiled brat. Because she tells me sometimes, she goes, I'm raising 2 kids and a grown kid, about me. And I'm like, yeah, I may be a grown kid, but I'm raising 2 kids and a spoiled fucking brat, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I call her Captain Evil, but I'll take spoiled brat over I show my tits to your friends.
Yeah.